go get them again.
Welcome back to the Robezoe channel. I'm your host, Mark, and on the docket today we have an unboxing first impression video on the brand of Kenzo. I absolutely love the brand of Kenzo. As a designer brand, they beat at their own drum. They really are a great, underrated brand. One that you don't see in stores a lot, at least in my region. So we're going to give out, of course, that first impression unboxing with a line that is very popular from the Kenzo line. This one called Kenzo Flower, but it is the Eau de Toilette, the EDT. And I also have, this is part of the Fragflex haul, and they have this one and they have the EDP, which I think was the early release. This is a newer release or a newer re-release. I think they got released twice. So I always thought that this line looked interesting. The bottles look really interesting with the flower, the big stem and all that. So finally I get to sniff one of them. The box is massive. This looks like a 200 ml bottle. It's not, it's 100 ml. But holy, how tall is this bottle gonna be? This is a tall box. It's probably one of the tallest boxes I've seen in a few years now on my channel. And I unbox a lot of stuff. So finally, I'm going to get to sniff one of them. I'm looking forward to, you know, I'm almost doing it backwards. I should sniff the EDP first and then the Eau de Toilette just to see the difference. But this will be a good reference to what the EDP will show me in a couple weeks, I'm assuming. I have to unbox it. It's in the queue. I see it right there. It's staring at me. A little short box, so I think that's a 50 ml. So if a male fragrance reviewer on female fragrances seems interesting to you, hey, I'm all over the place. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, much appreciated. I'll give you unfiltered reviews on all kinds of fragrances, honestly, so much appreciated. Now let's first and foremost, let's take a look at the note breakdown on this one. The nose behind this is All-Star Perfume Alberto Marias, so we are... I was going to say we're starting out good. We have an All-Star Perfume attached to the fragrance, and I'm not, you know, I'm not being, you know, I'm saying that with a smirk because Alberto's never been one of my favorites, but he's really made me almost turn around what he's done with the brand of Chopard. It's absolutely gorgeous what he's done with Chopard. Now, this is released in 2021. The notes, we were talking about the notes. Let's take a look at the notes. And obviously lots of florals in the mid. We got a lot of bright notes in the top. We'll see if that lychee comes out. I see that as a note, a little bit something interesting. And we got vanilla, musk, and patchouli in the back end. So let's unbox this thing. Let's take a look on how tall this thing is. And there's a little writing in here, pour un monde plus beau, so for a beautiful world. Oh, that's nice. That's nice of Kenzo. What does it say? Recycling. Think recycling. Okay. So the bottle is as tall as the box because I can see the top of it. I don't want to drop it. This is a tall bottle. This would not, it makes it look good though. Like if this is painted on, this floral thing in the stem, it looks like it's part of, like from afar, it kind of looks like it's part of the inside of the fragrance, but it's actually painted on the actual bottle. So not as impressive. It's got that, I don't know if it's a katana sword or whatever, that bamboo kind of, you know, kind of look to their bottles. This bottle probably wouldn't fit on a lot of people's shelves just because of how tall it is. That's a little crazy. Like a tall cap too. Like look at this thing. So this thing is practically full. As a returned product, this is a proper returned product. That's like 2 sprays I don't like and I'm out of here. I'm getting out. So let's delve into it. I'm a fan of the brand of Kenzo, so we'll see. And again, I'm going to wear it on skin. I'm going to wear it on a piece of paper. Let's see what we get. The atomizer is very much controlled. I love that. Very good atomizer. I just sprayed it. The whole cap, this whole side of my table is drenched. So let's delve into it. Let's smell this thing. Oh, this is so Kenzo. And when I think about Kenzo as a brand, always I'm thinking bright, uplifting, transparent, ozonic, watery, and again, I guess floral. It has that Issey Miyake charm, but in their own way. I love Kenzo as a brand, to be quite honest. They've always been one of my, underrated gem lines. And this one comes off citrusy, and there's citruses, of course. There's lemon and mandarin in here, and it has that fruity touch of the lychee. It's sparkling, it's floral. It does have a watery aspect to it. Clean, and again, Issey Miyake and Kenzo, I don't know, maybe it's just that Asian inspired thinking, but it just smells zen-like to me, like a clean. It helps me think. It's a fragrance that really isn't complicated. It's well built, and it's just, it smells good. And I don't know, personally for me, it's such a long bottle. I feel weird handling from here. Like I'm like, oh, there's this much left on it. And there's probably a joke somewhere in there. Don't be like that in the comments section. So I'm going to put that there. Oh, yeah, that lychee really does come through. And it's not too sweet either. I would say the violet is the primary in here, the floral. It takes over the scent. And it's giving out a little bit of a powdery aspect, just a little bit. It has that green dewiness, and it helps that zen-like facet, right? It has that with fruity and floral facets as well. I feel a little chamomile, that might be me, and I don't think I see chamomile. I see violet, rose, and mimosa in my note breakdown. Now, that might be incorrect. It's from Fragrantic, I believe. But I feel a little chamomile in here. And that's where it goes, like, this is Kenzo-like. This is whole zen-like, right? So there's a little bit of vanilla lurking through, a little bit of sweetness. And a little bit of rose. That's what I'm getting out of this, like a patchouli, no. Musky, I'm assuming because such a thin fragrance, you're going to get some white musk in the back end. I could probably guarantee that. Violet's your primary. Rose is there. Mimosa, I'm not getting much of that, honestly. Ginger, So, at the end of the day, and I'm, a very thin fragrance. I'm looking forward to the EP. I'm assuming it's going to be a thicker release because this is an Eau de Toilette. That's just me assuming. I could be assuming wrong. But it has no real bite to it. But if you're a designer head, and, I like to classify myself as a designer head, even though I don't like the blueies and I don't like a lot of the signature lines now in the men's aisle. The proof's in the pudding. Like, as far as designers, you can't see my whole collection, but I'm a designer guy, and I love designers that are outside, and I feel like this is one of those right now, and it's early impressions, but like, does it have a lot of pop to it? Does it really stand out? I mean, it stands out against a lot of the fruity florals that are in there, the feminine. I'll tell you that right now. There's quality built in here. Marias did his thing. The blending is pretty good in here. But I think there's room in your collection for this bottle. If you're a designer collector like I am, right? If you collect the Kenzos, like I got 12 Kenzos right here, probably. I'm just guessing, but I got a lot of Kenzos in the back end over here somewhere. The collection's there. This would be in there. It smells like a Kenzo. It has that idea. It's thin, it's watery, a little powdery. I think, I might be wrong, but I think the violet is the central theme of this line. I might be wrong though. Yeah, a solid release from the brand of Kenzo. That's all I can say. Now, obviously I got this at Fragflex. I'm decanting this bad boy. This is going to be fun to decant this tall bottle. But you could find this in a lot of Kenzos, and they're cheap also at discounters. And you can use my code TFG10. You get 10% off site-wide, so you don't have to buy this. You don't have to buy a Kenzo. Just go wild on the website. It'll still work. Now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. What do you think of this Eau de Toilette flanker? Especially, the women, the two women that support me on this channel. What did you think about this flanker, the Eau de Toilette? You may not have smelt it. Maybe you smelt the original EDP. It might not be as good as this. You never know. I don't think this one got any real hype or anything like that, but it's a solid designer. And as always, a great pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your Kenzo release wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.